Tyler?
What was talking about?
Well, no, one of the media kids said that it was.
Yeah, I heard it.
You've heard that one before.
Yeah.
All right. Mama, mommy, mommy, mama. Mama, mommy, mommy, mama. Mama, mommy, mommy, mama.
Hey, what's Juliana's last name? Bucia? Reagan's sister, or Regina's sister?
Carabusi?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Victor
Top
Diosdado?
one.
Victor
Diosdado.
Diosdado. I almost thought clarinet was his last name. Oh my god.
How do you say
Buccio?
Juliana's last name?
Giuliano Buccio?
Bucia.
Bucio?
Hey, how about this? Here's a little tip, right? How about we let Mr. Mates pronounce the name first before we
Yeah.
pronounce it and start
Genius.
our slogan, all
Yeah,
right?
because Mr. Mapes has a wonderful track record at pronouncing names properly.
Well, at least we won't be the ones that
Yeah,
mess
we'll
it
just say
up
we went off him.
first. Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Or
that.
we could just
idea.
be like, hey man, I don't know none of these kids.
Yeah,
I'm
for real.
probably going to say their name wrong. My fault.
We apologize, you know.
We're going to try our absolute hardest.
Yes, Kaden Bukaloo?
Gabriel Weber. That's so funny. Bro,
Cassidy Parsons.
bro, she has a lot. She'd be like me for real.
Yeah, I hope I'm not the one that has to read that.
Are we literally just going to go
Hey,
1, 2,
honestly,
3, 1,
let
2,
me
3?
read a really long one, and it'll be payback for Mapes having to read mine.
Let me see one of these pens. Actually, no. Yeah, we'll just go like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If we get messed up, we get messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
And if one of us isn't ready, just...
Wait, which way are we going?
I sure hope they can't
1,
hear us.
2, 3?
Wait. Well, Duncan's going to start the show off.
Oh, no.
That's an
2,
L.
3.
Oh, my gosh. I dropped it face down, too, bro.
That's an L.
Throw that away.
I'm not throwing that away.
Throw it away, please.
Nah, man. I beat COVID 100
and another wonderfully warm evening here at Wolf Field. I know we sound a little different. Welcome. This is the Has-Been Fill-In show of the Ground and Pound Wishbone. I am your first has-been, Duncan Harness. I'm joined by your second has-been.
I am Kyler Drake.
And then stuffed over here in the corner, we got the third has-been over here.
I'm Anna Richardson.
Yeah, and I've said that word a lot. We're all graduates of Davis.
We are.
Unfortunately,
Proud alumni.
Yeah, yes, very
Very
proud.
proud.
Go Wolves. Go Wolves.
Go Wolves.
Go Whoops.
Your normal crew, they're not here because tonight is senior night. Tonight's game against Commanche.
And unfortunately for you guys listening at home, they all had to go and do the senior night activity, so you're stuck with the Has-Been show
Yes.
for tonight.
Well,
Yeah,
just
so-
maybe for a little bit.
Yeah, just for a little
Y'all
while.
might
yeah.
see Bobby and them in a little while.
Maybe.
No, you won't. It's just us. Now, we are going to run a little bit of commercials before we get back here for the start of the senior night. I guess runoff. I don't really know
Yeah,
what it's called,
yeah.
but yeah, we'll do it.
We'll be
We'll
right back.
All right, and welcome back. We're right about to start the senior walk. Now, I have to admit, we are proud Davis alumni, but we are bad Davis alumni because, unfortunately, I don't know.
Yeah, we're a little out of touch.
Yeah, I'm a little too old. I think maybe is that kind of ironic to say, but yeah.
I know enough. I mean, they were sophomores whenever I was a senior, so I feel like I can do enough. But we're gonna try. We're gonna try our hardest.
Yeah. Either way, we have
Stay
a nice cheat sheet.
Yeah.
With all their names. We're going to try our absolute hardest to pronounce them correctly. And, yeah, it's a very long group of seniors. I'm not sure if...
38 of them, I believe.
Wow. Look at all those seniors.
And there goes
the
Dr.
man.
Mapes.
The voice of the wolves.
Man, so elegant.
Gosh.
And majestic.
All right,
Here
so we're
we
starting
go.
with our first senior. Here is Ava Parsons. Ava is being escorted by her parents, Shane and Deandra Parsons. She's been cross-country for 6 years, BPA for 4 years, FCA for a year, Stuco for 4 years. She was senior class secretary, 2021 cross-country individual state qualifier, 2024 BPA vice president, and she was voted who's most likely to be president. Future plans include going to college and majoring in biology. So there you go, another scientist right there, helping out the people in the future.
Yeah, I like that.
Now here's our...
Up next, we have the cross-country and flute player in the band, Kara Boosie. She is escorted by Chris and Amber Boosie, sisters Chloe and Casey Boosie. Grandparents are Marty and Brenda Hawther and Gail and Ruth Boosie. She was in cross-country for 2 years, band for 2 years, basketball for 2 years, powerlifting for a year, track for 2 years, BPA for a year, and Stuco for 2 years. Her future plans are to work for the Chickasaws or in real estate or for photography.
Photography, cameras, click. All right, that's Cameron
Next,
Busey.
we've got Terrace O'Rourke. She is being escorted by Chris Conway and Deanna Norwood. She was in band and color guard for 3 years. She was a color guard superior state qualifier and who's who most memorable. Her future plans are to attend East Central University and major in social work for psychology.
Sweet. All right. Up next, we got Jasa King. I do know
Yeah,
this one.
we do
She
know
was in our
Jasa.
media class. She's being escorted by Gina Johnson and Shane and Heather King. She was in band for 4 years, media for 3 years, executives for 4 years, OK MEA choir all-stater, 2-time color guard state qualifier, 3-time choir solo state qualifier, National Honor Society, Oklahoma Honor Society, and she was voted who's who most musical. Well, yeah, that's definitely true. Plans include to attend Oklahoma Baptist University to major in forensic psychology. Oh, little NCIS action right there.
And up next, we have the color guard member, Juliana Busio. She is being escorted by Sandra Martinez, Efren Busio, and Regina Martinez. She was in band and color guard for 2 years, media for 2 years, executives for 3 years, and who's shortest. Future plans are to attend college, major in forensics, and continue doing color guard. So there you have it for Juliana Busio.
Who's shortest? Wow.
You know, that would have been my award, I feel like.
Up next, we got Victor Diosdado, escorted by Teresa Gonzalez and older brother Ruben Gonzalez. Victor was in band for 4 years and was Wolf of Excellent for 1 year. Future plans are to enlist in the Navy and play in the Navy band. Sweet. Hope he's playing at the
that's
football
awesome.
games.
Me too.
Especially with their football team is
undefeated
studs.
right now. Yeah.
All right, up next we got Dane Johnson. He's being escorted by Tammy Johnson. He was in band for 6 years, media for 3 years. He was an IT helper for 7 years, eSports 6 years, National Honor Society. He was awarded the John Philip Sosa Award, and he was who's who most musical. His future plans are to be decided later.
I know Dane too. Dane's been around for a real long time.
Good guy.
All right, up next we got Peyton Richardson. Peyton's being escorted by Heather Hunter and Lacey and Christy Richardson. Peyton was in band for 5 years, art for 3 years, Concert Band MVP Award 2 years in a row. That's pretty impressive. Future plans are to attend East Central University.
wow.
Go Tigers?
Go. I'm a Savage Storm,
right. Can't go
so
say that.
we can't say that. Up next, we have Leah Deaton, who is a flute player in the band. She is being escorted by Philip and Christy Deaton. She was in band for 4 years, art for 3 years, 2023 Skabda band, and her future plans are also to attend East Central University. So there you have it for Leah Deaton.
Up next, we have Gianelli Rodriguez being escorted by Giovanni Oliveras and Anjanelli. I did not say that right. I apologize. Lopez. Gianelli was in band for 2 years, art for 3 years, and future plans include to be a pastry chef.
Oh, man.
Sweet.
Now to our cheerleaders, starting with Adley
All
Bentley.
right, now we're on to cheer.
Escorted by her parents, Brad
Next, we've
and
got
Amber
Adley
Smith.
Bentley. She's
Cheer
being
for 4
escorted by
years.
Brad and Amber
Powerlifting,
Bentley.
3 years.
She was in
BPA
cheer for
for
4
2
years,
years.
powerlifting for
Yearbook
3
for 1
years,
year.
BPA
Who's
for
Who
2
Most
years,
Talented.
yearbook for 1
National
year,
Honor Society.
and Who's Who
Future
Most
plans are to
Talented.
go to the
She was
University of
also
Oklahoma,
awarded National
joining
Honor
as a
Society. Her
physician's
future
assistant
plans
program
are
and
to
working
attend the
in
University of
dermatology.
Oklahoma,
Adley
joining their
Bentley.
physician's assistant program, and working as a dermatologist.
Sweet. Dermatology, keeping your skin safe.
And up next is going to be Addison Ryan. She is going to be escorted by Casey and Misty Ryan, her siblings Jace and Tori Ryan, and Lexi Ryan. She was in cheer for 4 years, fast pitch softball for 4 years, slow pitch softball for 4 years, powerlifting 2 years, Stuco 4 years, Key Club 3 years, BPA 3 years, Chickasaw Nation Youth Leadership 4 years, National Honor Society Senior Class Treasurer, 2023 Fast Pitch Academic State Champs, 2024 BPA Historian, Who's Who's Most Friendly / Best Personality, and her future plans are to attend the University of Oklahoma and major in radiology. And there you have it for Addison Ryan.
Radiology, that's like x-rays and stuff. Sweet. Up next, we got Gabrielle Weber being escorted by Wes Weber and Brian and Jennifer Davis. Gabrielle was a cheerleader for 4 years, BPA for 3 years, Stuco for 2 years, Key Club for 3 years, Drama for a year, Oklahoma Honor Society, 2023 and 2024 BPA chaplain, and was voted Who's Who's Most Likely to Be Famous. Her future plans include to attend college to cheer and major in psychology to be a children's psychologist, helping out the youth, thinking about the kids.
I like that.
Go. All right, up next we've got Kaden Buckaloo. She's being escorted by Jeff and Ashley Buckaloo. She was a cheerleader for 4 years, BPA for 3 years, wrestling for 3 years, 2023 wrestling Hoko Queen, 2024 football Hoko Queen, and Who's Who Biggest Flirt. I'd say that's pretty fitting. The future plans are to attend college, pursue an esthetician career, and wrestle while at college. Oh, tough girl.
And up next, we have Riley Eves. She's being escorted by Richard and Morgan Eves. She was in cheer for 4 years, golf for 3 years, BPA for 3 years, 2024 BPA Parliamentarian, National Honor Society, Oklahoma Honor Society, Who's Who's Worst Driver. Her future plans are to attend Oklahoma State University. There you have it for Riley Eves.
Ooh, go Pokes.
Up next is Allison Ward, being escorted by Ryan and Sky Ward. Allison was a cheerleader for 4 years, was in BPA for 3 years, and was voted Who's Who Most Likely to Be Late to Graduation. Well, I guess it's a little too early to see. Future plans are to go to college for early childhood education to be a pediatric speech therapist. Nice.
All right, up next we've got Shelby Mooring. She's being escorted by Mark and Katie Mooring and her little brother Kale. She was a cheerleader for 4 years. She was in fast pitch softball 3 years, slow pitch softball 2 years, BPA for 3 years, National Honor Society for 3 years, Oklahoma Honor Society for 4 years. She was Sophomore of the Year, 2023 Fast Pitch Academic State Champion, and Who's Who Miss DHS. Her future plans are to attend the University of Oklahoma and later go to OU Dental School to become an orthodontist.
Okay. And up next, we have Cassidy Parsons, who is being escorted by Dusty and Sandy Parsons, siblings Kennedy and Case Parsons. She was in cheer for 3 years, track for 4 years, pole vault for 2 years, powerlifting for 2 years, BPA 4 years, Stuco 4 years, Key Club 4 years, National Honor Society for 3 years, School Healthy and Fit Committee for 3 years, Safe Schools Committee for 3 years, Track State Qualifier for 2 years, Senior Class President, 2024 Football Hoko Queen, BPA President, Track All-Star by class, Track State Runner-Up in Pole Vault, Stuco Spirit Leader, Wolf of Excellence, Who's Best Dressed, and her future plans are to attend the University of Oklahoma State and major in nutritional sciences.
Wow, that is a
Oh,
resume.
that's a
right
resume,
there.
let me tell you.
Wow.
Shout out to Cassidy Parsons.
All right. I mean, she can go anywhere with that.
That's a lot. She's a busy gal.
All right, our last
Next.
cheerleader is Hunter Smith, being escorted by. Oh, they're going both
Yeah,
at the same time.
we got some
brother and
twins.
sister, they're
We got
twins.
some twins.
We'll see what I know because I don't know. All right, here we have
Hunter
cheerleader
and Fisher.
Hunter Smith and fullback number 67 Fisher Smith, being escorted by Justin and Gianna Smith. Hunter has been in cheer for 4 years, National Honor Society, and was voted Who's Who class clown. Future plans are to pursue an esthetician career. Fisher has been in football for 4 years, powerlifting for 4 years, track for 2 years. He was a powerlifting state qualifier, National Honor Society, and was voted Who's Who's most friendly / best personality. His future plans include to go work on the pipeline. Make that money. There you go. That's Hunter and Fisher Smith.
High school football manager, 6 years.
All right, up next we've got Cameron Martin. She's being escorted by Kevin and Christy Martin. She was the high school football manager for 6 years, fast pitch softball for 4 years, slow pitch softball for 4 years, basketball for 4 years, National Honor Society. She was a 2023 Class 3A fast pitch softball academic state champ, and who's most likely to succeed. Her future plans are to attend the University of Oklahoma and major in psychology.
And here we go for the football team. Number 1, Dakota Carter, fullback. He is being escorted by Cody and Gentry Carter. He was in football for 4 years, basketball for 4 years, track for 4 years, 2024 basketball all-conference, 2024 track state qualifier, and the 4x100, 100, and 200. He placed third in the track at state in the 4x100, 2024 track all-star, National Honor Society, Oklahoma Honor Society, and Who's most athletic. His future plans are to go to Murray State College and be on the tournament bass fishing team and pursue a degree in physical therapy.
That's awesome. I didn't even know they had a fishing team. Sweet. Shout out to Dakota Carter.
Yeah.
All right. Up next, we got number 3 for the football team. Oh, waiting for Mr. Mapes. Oh, D. Idleman. D. Idleman's being escorted by Jeff and Carrie Idleman and Lance and Cody Hartman. D's been in football for 4 years, golf for 3 years, wrestling for 2 years, powerlifting for 3 years, track for a year, BPA for a year, beautiful day for 2 years, and he was voted Who's biggest wolf. Future plans include to work in the real estate business. Again, another guy chasing that money. Nice.
Chasing the bag.
All right, up next we've got our very own Maverick Alexander.
Love that guy. Love that
He's being
guy.
escorted by Bobby and Holly Alexander. He has been playing football for 4 years, baseball for 4 years, esports for 4 years, and he was also Who's most tech savvy. His future plans are to attend Oklahoma Baptist University and major in sports ministry. That's interesting. I never heard that
Nice. Shout out,
one.
Mav.
Go Mav.
Number 11, media and football player Dalton Heffley. He is being escorted by Patrick and Alyssa Heffley and little sister Lily Heffley. He was in football for 4 years, media for 3 years, basketball 4 years, 2022 football district champs, 2024 basketball district champs, 2024 basketball all-conference player, and Who's Mr. DHS. His future plans are to attend college and get a degree in wildlife management to pursue his love of the outdoors.
Awesome.
There we go with number 11, Dalton Heffley.
Number 12, Trey Melton.
All right, up next we have Trey Melton being escorted by Jennifer Melton. Dad, Billy Melton, is unfortunately working in Florida right now. Unfortunately, fortunately, I guess he's a lineman, I'm assuming. Anyway, Trey has been in football for 4 years, baseball for 4 years, track for 2 years, and he was a track all-star. He's also a member of the National Honor Society. His future plans are to attend the Fire Academy in Ada. Pretty awesome. That's Trey Melton.
All right,
Birthday
next we
boy,
got
I
Levi
think is what they
Pullen.
just said.
Birthday boy, uh-oh. He is being escorted by Lucas and Mary Pullen and Kel and Kelly Owens. He's been in football for 3 years, track for 3 years, media for 3 years, esports 3 years, powerlifting 2 years. He was 2022 Football District Champions, Powerlifting State Contender, Esports State Contender for Apex Legends, Wolf of Excellence, and voted Who's Who Best Dressed. His future plans are to join the Coast Guard Academy. Heck yeah.
And I'm really
Happy
excited
birthday.
to announce this next upcoming person. Number 16, Dalton Manny Johnson. He's being escorted by Charles and Twyla Johnson. He was in football for 4 years, wrestling for 4 years, powerlifting for 4 years, esports for 4 years, track for 4 years, FFA for 4 years, and FCA for a year. He was a 2021 Powerlifting State Qualifier, 2021 Esports State Qualifier, 2024 Wrestling State Alternate, Who's most memorable, and his future plans are to become a pro gamer and travel. And you know, I'm going to add to that, Manny Johnson is a wonderful kid.
Go.
Everybody should go out.
Legend.
Should go out
We'll
and
go
meet
down
Manny
in
Johnson.
Yeah, Manny will go down in Davis history.
For real.
Up next, we have Braxton Griffin. Braxton's being escorted by Justin Griffin and Charles and Beth Ann Horton. Braxton's been in football for 4 years, basketball for 4 years, baseball for 2 years, media for 3 years. His future plans are to work in Texas at AUI Partners for Energy Construction.
Like it.
Up next, we've got Denton Baumgartner. He is being escorted by Colby and Monica Baumgartner. He was a football manager for 4 years, basketball for 3 years, and voted Who's Who Best Driver. His future plans are to be working with his dad.
And here we go. Media member and number 30, Brendan Rawls. He's being escorted by Danny and Mary Kay Rawls. Grandparents are Lorraine Rawls and the late Danny Rawls. He was in football for 4 years, baseball for 4 years, wrestling for 2 years, powerlifting for a year, and media for 1 year as well. His future plans are to attend the Chickasaw Institute of Technology to become an electrician, just
Nice.
like his brother.
A Sparky. There you go. Up next, number 33, Rance Digby. Rance is being escorted by Jason and Dana Digby. Rance has been in football for 4 years, wrestling for 4 years, golf for 4 years. He was part of the 2024 state qualifying team. He was a 2-time Western Wrestling All-Conference selection, 2-time Western Regional Placer, 2-time Wrestling State Qualifier. He's a National Honor Society member for 3 years, and he was voted Who's most likely to become famous. Future plans are to attend college and pursue a degree in sports medicine or physical therapy. Nice. Either way, keeping sports around.
Up next, we've got our very own media class member, Wyatt Fielding. He is being escorted by Chad and Jennifer Fielding. He's been in football for 4 years, media for 3 years, basketball for 4 years, esports 4 years, National Honor Society 3 years. His future plans are to go to Wyoming or Oklahoma Baptist University to pursue a degree in physical therapy.
Up next, we have number 59, Jet Jennings, a really good friend of mine, actually. Jet's a wonderful kid. He is being escorted by Jeff and Jody Jennings. He was in football for 4 years, wrestling for 4 years, track for 2 years, academic team for 4 years, 2024 All-Western Wrestling Conference, 2024 State Qualifier, National Honor Society for 3 years, senior class vice president, and who's most likely to be president. His future plans are to attend the Oklahoma State University and major in nursing and possibly wrestle at OSU. He's undecided on that.
Nice. Go Pokes. Number 63, Luke Johnson, being escorted by Daniel and Brandy Cook. Luke has been in football for 4 years, wrestling for 4 years, and was voted who's most likely to show up late to graduation. And I guess that's yet to be seen. Future plans include to go to CIT and pursue a career in trades.
All right, up next, we've got number 65, Logan Gibson. He is being escorted by grandmother LaVonda Gibson and uncle Aaron Hamilton. He has been in football for 4 years, band for 5 years, track for 4 years, FCA 1 year, in 2024 track state qualifier, Who's Who Most Spirited. His future plans are to attend the University of Oklahoma and major in business administration and finance. Hey, fellow business administration.
Oh, yeah, that's what you
That's
did.
what I majored in.
Number 77, we have Jacob Shrek McClellan.
That's a name I know.
Yeah, he was being escorted by JD and Shelly McClellan. He was in football for 4 years, powerlifting for 4 years, 3-time powerlifting state qualifier, 2-time heavyweight powerlifting state champion, concurrently enrolled in Murray State College. His future plans are to continue his education in kinesiology while working. And, you know, I remember, I think it was his freshman or sophomore year whenever he won state, and they did the ring ceremony for
I do
that
remember
kid.
that. I remember him in the
And
newspaper.
He's insane. He's insane powerlifter. I'm just saying.
All right.
He was like
Here
that.
is our last senior up. This is number 80, Jeremiah Jones. Jeremiah is being escorted by Jeremiah Sr. and Megan Jones. Jeremiah has been in football for 4 years and wrestling for 4 years. His future plans are to finish Southern Tech and work in a mechanic shop. That'd be pretty cool.
There you go.
All right, and
Alright.
there are your class of 2024? 25?
No, 2025 seniors.
2025 seniors.
2025.
Awesome.
Man,
Wow.
shows how much we know.
Holy moly,
Oh, wow.
look how many there are.
38 of them.
There's lots.
Can
They
we?
are
Let's
10-yard
give it
line.
up
They are
for all
10
of
yard
Let's
lines.
pan
and
the
10
camera
yard
a little bit. Let's try to get as much as we can. Oh, okay. Huh.
That
Hey,
is
let's give it up for our seniors.
Yeah.
awesome.
Awesome.
You're
It's
looking
like-
at the future right here.
Yes.
Yeah. Lots of doctors. Lots
Lawyers.
Lots of lawyers. Lawyers?
I don't know. Did we
I don't
have
think
one?
I saw any lawyers.
I saw
Hold on.
I saw
Did
a
we see
couple
lawyers?
who were
Lots of
wanting-
doctors.
Wanting to
Lots
go
of-
into that
Business.
field. Yeah, we got
Lots of-
social work
There's
and
some guys out
psychology.
here making some big money moves.
Hey,
Oh,
there-
and there are the
yeah.
Wolves jogging off to the locker room.
Ready to get started into this game against Commanche.
All right, and I don't know anything. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about Commanche. I've again been a
me
bad
neither.
alumni. Haven't been paying attention to a whole lot of.
I know
games.
that Davis is second in the district as of right now.
Yep.
So,
We're running the
Should
wishbone
be.
still.
yeah.
We are.
I mean, Dax is our quarterback, so I expect him to air the ball out quite a bit, I'm hoping.
It'll be
Because,
a fun game.
yeah,
This is
I'm
gonna
excited.
Be,
Yeah.
this is going to be exciting. We're going to take a commercial break, and we may be back. We might not. I guess
I
we'll
guess
see.
you'll
We
see.
might catch y'all later.
We are here live on senior night at Davis Wolf Field. Brad Bentley, Bobby Alexander, and Chad Fielding, and hopefully you guys participated or got to watch the senior night events earlier. Had a couple guest speakers.
We had guest commentators for us during that time. Some old familiar faces. They 2 out of the 3 have faces for radio, which is good that they were behind, not in front of a camera. But Duncan Harness, Kyler Drake did a phenomenal job, and then of course Anna Richardson also got on the mic.
So you said did a phenomenal job. We haven't listened yet. You better bring that one back until we get a chance to listen.
You're
they
probably
probably
right.
Did,
they probably
though.
did one.
So all 3 of us, Chad, myself, and Bobby, we all have seniors out there this evening, so got to participate in some senior event activities.
I don't remember a time where Davis went from like 20 to 20.
There were a lot of seniors out there.
And it wasn't even in a straight line. It was an arcing.
Curved.
I'm pretty sure if you put them in a straight line, we would have taken from end zone to end zone.
So I asked my daughter, I was like, hey, should we move down? She goes, I don't think we got any room to move down.
Yeah. And so 38 of them, I believe, is what the number was. 18 footballers, getting to play their last regular season home game here.
Bunch of band
members.
I just went blank. Yep.
Cross country cheer, and we have.
You're going blank all of a sudden.
Esports?
Look at that.
Well, they were mixed in. Yeah, they were mixed in. Yep.
It's hard to pick them out because when you say football, usually it also says football/esports.
Yes. Yeah. There's quite a few of them actually. So, captains are out here for tonight. Number 80, Jeremiah Jones. 19, Braxton Griffin, you just mentioned, suited up again. Good to see him back suited up. Hadn't been on the field since Sulphur. Number 8, Maverick Alexander. And number 11, Dalton Heffley.
So Commanche, tough year so far, 2-5 on the year. Wolves looking to continue to kind of build on the momentum they have, so still undefeated in district, trying to set up for what should be a big game next Friday.
I think we've all kind of talked about it, hinted at it. None of us ever want to jump a week ahead or anything like that, but we've all kind of marked that game on our calendar for next week. Both teams right now still seated 4 and 5. In the 2A2, but Begg's not far behind them, and now as of this week, CCS creeps into that top 10 in that number 10 spot. So tough district to play in Davis and Holdenville.
It's going to be a tough finish to the season.
Yeah.
Now it should prepare us for the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's going to be a tough one. Looking at the Commanche team down there, guys, they got some good size. They don't have a lot of players, though, so depth is going to definitely be an issue for them, I would think. Unless there are other ones that are not part of them
I
down
didn't
there. But
look real close during warm-up. I watched a little bit of the warm-up, but
I see
if
the
that's
linemen
all of
with
them,
them.
man, that's going to be a tough night for them.
Yeah.
They're not going to have many on the sidelines when they have the 11 on the field.
Todd Barnett did point out there are four down there also, so that is true. The 4 captains.
Okay, so they got a few more subs, but
Wolves will receive the opening kickoff.
So there we go. Let's get this senior night kicked off the right way. And see if we can't score some points.
I'm going to say our kick, we end up bringing it back to about the 35 or field it at the 35, and then it's a 2-play drive for a touchdown right off the bat.
How about Notre Dame down there? What's he have to think about it?
We're going to go 3 plays, and it's going to be Rawls on a 50-plus yard scamper.
Okay, all right, I like it. I'm not gonna answer because you guys have already set yourself up for failure. So I'm not gonna do the same.
Hey, last week in Colgate we had it knocked out of the park, man.
You did.
Here we go. If I get it wrong, I'm still over 500.
That's exactly right. Hey, in baseball, we'd take it. That's
absolutely.
Speaking of which, I was just kind of scrolling through Facebook tonight, and I saw a thing that was about the traffic in L.A. tonight.
Oh my word!
There is a World Series game, 2 concerts, a NBA game, all within like 3-4 miles of each other in L.A. tonight. So, man.
All I have to say about that is go Yankees. That's it.
Oh, no, we can't.
Yankees.
You and I can't talk anymore.
And the sign already opened before the players ran
There we
through
go.
it.
We've had a couple of
they got
crash.
tired of the wipeouts.
Yeah, we've had a couple of wipeouts during the run through. couple of those guys, both seniors, that have kind of taken that thing out, or it's taken them out probably.
So I see the band out on the field, and I see the color guard out there, and that brings to we've got to talk about had a cool color guard event this week. So talk a little bit about that, Bobby. I know you have a little connection there.
I do. Band went and competed in regionals as well as the color guard and a duet on Tuesday. The band and color guard did great job. They finished with straight twos, which is a great score. Not a lot of ones were handed out that day. Only about 3 bands got ones that day. So, did a great job. Shaylee Alexander and Jason King both got ones for their duet.
In color guard, right?
In color guard.
Yep.
They went on to state in Thursday in Chakota, Oklahoma. And we traveled up there yesterday, and both of them went up and did a phenomenal job on stage under the pressure of, all these people watching and just the one judge there, and got ones. And so superior at state competition. So
that's as good as you can get.
Yep, you can't get any better than that. Great job for those 2 young ladies.
And Brad, you want to talk to us a little bit about cheer?
Yeah.
So the other side of it is they had all-state tryouts. So cheerleading is a little bit different than all other sports in that you have to go out and compete in a series of events, and then from that they pick people to go on to the final, which is all-state tryout, which, again, those are all the people that are eligible for to get all-state.
We had 3.
We had 3 people actually attend, which is great. Gabby Weber, Addison Ryan, and Adley Bentley, my daughter. And we'll come back to that here after this kick here. So Commanche's about to kick off. Short kick's going to be fielded at about the 32-yard line. Fair caught there by number 24, Levi Laxton. So, again, had 3 people go to compete. Cheerleading is 6A down, so they only take 16 people onto the state tournament. 6A down. We did have one person, which, again, I can confidently say it is my daughter. So, but it was cool. She has qualified to go on to the state competition, which will be this Wednesday at Washington High School, where the final 32 cheerleaders will be selected for All-State.
Well, congratulations to Adley. That's awesome.
She'll be competing. So here we go. Dax Owens, shotgun's going to hand off to Rawls right off the bat there, and Rawls is going to gain about 8 yards on that first down run.
That's every bit of 11.
Oh, it is 11. I'm glad you're paying attention. Somebody needs to.
Well, only because it went past the yard markers.
So 32 down to what looks like the 44-yard line now. First down for the Wolves. Again, Wolves will come out, this time coming out in the flex bone look. Handoff's going to go back to Rawls. Rawls is going to pick up about 5 yards there on that misdirection. So what do you want to see tonight, Chad? I know we lost Bobby there for a minute as he bounces back and check the production out. But
so I want to see us execute well, minimize penalties, and just, execute our plays well.
Quarterback's going to go under center here in a traditional wishbone look. Handoff's going to go to Rance Digby. Digby's got some room to run. 40, 30, 25, 20. Going to go down at about the 16-yard lines. Hey, I thought you were going to be right on the money.
Yeah,
you were close. Different fullback,
but yeah, I want to see us execute well. I want to see us avoid mistakes. I want to see our defense step up, and I would like to see the defense keep them on their side of the field for the first half.
So I'm going to say something else that's going to kind of throw you for a loop here. I'd like to see us throw the ball a little bit tonight just to kind of continue to work on that aspect of our game. Now, I want to run power. I don't want to throw the ball downfield a whole lot, but I'd like to see us get throw a little bit just to kind of get a little more experience at it before the playoffs. Handoff's going to go to 12. Trey Melton there. He's going to be spun around for a gain of about 5.
Brad, there was a hole there. I mean, that was
a big one.
You could have driven a bus through that one.
So, contrary to what we believe, 19 is on the field right now.
He is. So
we were told
thought he was holding for Holdenville, but it's good to see him kind of get some of the rust knocked off here.
Well, he gets to play tonight on senior night on his home turf with his classmates and things like that. So I'm glad he's getting to play a little bit.
Now, the question is, are they going to throw the ball to him? Because he is out at receiver. That's usually where he's at.
I don't know.
It's going to be a heavy set this time. Handoff's going to go to Rawls. Rawls is going to just a nice cut back there. He's going to get in the end zone. That's a touchdown. Nice run by Brendan Rawls. You weren't off by much, Chad.
No.
5 plays, so 9-yard touchdown run by Brendan Rawls.
Well, a little swinging gate play. Oh, no, they're moving back over. Okay.
Taking the extra point, number 13, Levi Puller.
Pullen's kick is up, and it is good. So just like that, Wolves now lead 7-0.
So, Brad, to elaborate a little bit on what you were saying, you'd like to see him throw. I'm all for that, too. I would like to see some different routes, though.
No, I agree. We don't necessarily have to throw the home run ball.
And that's what we seem to be throwing a lot of.
Yep.
And I'd like to see a little bit of variety in there so that when we get further down the road and when we get into those down situations that are indicative of a pass play, everybody's not lined up waiting on that home run ball.
So the home run balls we have run usually have came out of play action, which makes sense because we have been running the ball a lot. But I'm with you. I'd like to see some of those, the tight ends across the middle, running backs out of the backfield, out routes,
hitch routes, anything that is just a little bit of variety so that you keep a secondary honest when we move into the playoffs.
Because you've noticed the last 3 weeks, I mean, all 11 players have been right around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
They're and again, even doing that, it hasn't slowed us down.
No, because we've got a big offensive line. 2A football, you'd be hard pressed to find an offensive line as big as ours.
Yep.
So,
and again, I'd like to see really, I want to see the defense keep getting better too.
Yeah.
I liked what we did offensively last week against against Colgate, but I would have liked to have seen us dominate a little bit more defensively last week.
Oh, I agree. There were some run plays and pass plays there that didn't need to happen.
So Pullen's
That's
kick's going to hit about the 20. He's going to be fielded there. He's at the 25. Be brought down at about the 32-yard line. Commanche's first offensive series here.
Single on the return. Out to the 31.
So it looks like you. I know we talked earlier about, and it might have been off the air, but about Jacob Silva being injured right now. And looks like Jesse DeMoss is going to go in for his minutes defensively at nose guard here.
I don't know. I've heard rumblings on whether Silva could go or not, but at this point, I think we're trying to keep everybody as injury-free as possible or get them back to 100%, either for next week or going into the playoffs in just a few weeks.
So Commanche, 3 receivers to the near side, single receiver to the other side. Quick pass across the middle here, and again, just kind of airmailed that. Incomplete. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Again, had a little room to run there. Just pass wasn't necessarily
just kind of
that
sailed
close.
it right over his head.
Yep. You see that sometimes early in a game, too, till the quarterback kind of gets hit a couple times, gets their feet underneath them. Yep. So we'll see if that continues. But same set this time for the Indians. 3 receivers to the near side. This time, quick tried to hit the tailback out of the backfield there. Just airmailed it over his head. So. And again, the problem with throwing the ball here, guys, is that
there's not going to be much clock chewed.
They've chewed no time off the clock for two incompletions and
5 seconds since the kickoff.
So, and again, Wolves had no problems going down with that opening kickoff and putting points on the board. So, see what Commanche comes out here to do. So again, same look this time for Commanche. Another quick slant there. Pass falls incomplete, and that's going to be a 3 and out there. No gain, no yardage gained.
Nice play by Dalton Heffy.
I was going to say, good job. He hit the receiver, right in stride.
That was not a bad throw there. That was
a good pass. It looked like he was going to make a good catch, but then the hit from Dalton actually knocked the ball out.
So kind of been a revolving door back at punt returner. Tonight looks like it's going to be Trey Melton, who's kind of been. It's going to hit at about go out of bounds. It looked like at about the 37-yard line, somewhere around in there.
Yeah, Wyatt Fielding was, within arm's reach. Now I say his arm's reach, but he was within arm's reach of getting to that punter. So I'm anxious to see if they're able to block maybe 1, maybe even 2 tonight.
So you say his arm's reach. Is that like a giraffe's arm's reach?
That's a lot longer than mine. I can promise you that.
A lot longer than mine.
So Wolves will take over. He had 9:15 to go in the first quarter. Wolves leaving 7-0. Wishbone look this time. Quarterback's going to go under center. He's going to run the option out on the edge. He's got some lead blockers. He's got a lane.
He's
at
gone.
the 50, 45, 40,
Still up.
35, still
Yeah,
going,
they're not
30,
catching him.
25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and that's a touchdown.
A little high stepping into the end zone there by Dax.
61-yard touchdown run by quarterback Dax Owens.
So I think between them getting the ball and us scoring again was about 25, 26 seconds in total.
So again, that did not take long, guys. So pulling to kick the extra point here. Snap is back, the hold is up, kick is up, and it is good. Just like that, Wolves now lead 14-0.
Kicker Levi Polin's birthday today. I don't know if they mentioned that earlier on the.
I heard. Well, I heard that.
Mr. Mage said
senior day.
Yeah, but I don't know if the guys earlier mentioned that. But it is his birthday today. He's here for senior night. Cool thing for him. So
27 years old.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's a red shirt program.
Yeah. If anybody looked like they went through the red shirt program, I don't know that Mr. Pullen is the one.
He would not be the one. He would not be the one.
Again, kicked that one through the upright, so that must have meant he got a good hold. Good snap.
Good snap, good hold. Look like, if I were saying that was my pitching wedge, it might have caught a little chunky.
It did.
It kind of fell inside the fence.
It was probably the snap.
It probably was, without a doubt.
If you haven't ever heard us before, Pullen told us one time that he said, hey, if I ever miss it, it's always the snap's fault.
Yeah. No doubt.
And the snapper said it's the holder's fault, and the holder said it's the kicker.
You're supposed to rotate it, man.
You just always point the finger at somebody else.
Yeah.
9, Tingle.
So 9:04 to go, and guys, at this rate, we better get some content together because we're going to be busy otherwise.
Actually, I may leave it with y'all.
There you go. Well, hey, so in all honesty, Mr. Fielding does have some guests in here, so talk about your guests.
So I've got a couple of people. They're actually Wyatt's godparents. David and Amy Sparks are their name. They are stateside visiting with us. So I may go and sit and visit with them because they are here for 3 weeks.
So I was going to say,
Prague.
I was going to say that's you got to tell where they're from. So.
Yeah.
Not Prague, not
Prague, Oklahoma.
Not Prague, Oklahoma, Prague.
Prague.
So they get to go to the real Kolache Festival, not the one in Prague.
Exactly.
Yeah.
First and 10, Commanche from the
So here we go. First and 10 for Commanche from the 26-yard line.
Defensively, we've got Gibson, and DeMoss.
DeMoss, yeah.
Yeah, the law firm.
Quarterback's going to keep here on a designated run.
He's got
some
some
room
room
to run here.
Oh,
nice
no,
closing speed there by Trey Melton. Good job, kind of running that one down and really limited. I thought he really had an opportunity to get some yardage there.
If he'd have maybe not run east and west and tried to get upfield, he probably would have picked up 3 or 4, maybe even 5 or more. But, good job by Trey Melton to kind of corral him and force him. Picked a bad move, tried to go backwards, and ended up,
I'll tell
picking
you
up
what, he
only 2
looked
or
like
3.
he got his legs kind of pinned underneath him a little bit there, too. So good to see that kid kind of get back up. But so 3 yards on that first down carry. He's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 from the 29-yard line. Looks like it's going to be an empty backfield this time for the Indians.
3 to the 29.
Empty backfield, so quarterback's going to be in the shotgun here. Little pop
jump
pass
pass
there.
Hey, Trey Melton was right there.
Yeah, we had a better chance to get that one than they did.
Yeah, if Trey would have picked up on that ball, I think he would have scored.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 here from the 29-yard line. So after that incomplete pass. Again, that stops the clock here. 8:10 to go here in the first quarter. Wolves already leading 14-0.
And again, hardly any time coming off the clock.
No, you're exactly right. Three receiver look to the far side. Quick pitch goes out to the receiver. He does catch the ball.
Oh, nice move.
Yep. Going to be brought down after a short gain, a gain of about maybe 1, 2
I was going to say
that.
1 or 2.
It's going to bring up a 4th and about 7 or 6.
Marking him just this side of the 30-yard line. So
I'm assuming they're going to punt this here after what looks like it's going to be a 3 and out. Ball at the 31-yard line.
I'd like to see the law firm kind of shove one of the guys back there and maybe get a hand on this one.
Quick kick here. Nice kick. It's going to go over the fielder's head. It's going to go down to about the 10-yard line.
Man, what a roll.
Yeah, that was a nice kick. And again, he didn't take a whole lot of steps for that. He
no,
just uncorked
one step.
that.
Yeah. One step, and he's about
it.
6 yards deep.
Yeah.
I mean, he is not deep at all.
No.
That was a nice kick.
Yeah.
Sailed it over the returner's head and got a good roll off of it. Rolled down just inside the 15.
Wolves will now take over. Starting at their own 14-yard line, their third offensive possession of the game.
Wolves have a first and 10 at the 14-yard
So here we
line.
go. Wolves are going to get back under center here. A traditional wishbone look. Oh, bad snap that time. I don't know if it was a center exchange, but able to fall on the ball, get the ball back there. But a bad snap is going to bring up a loss there, or at least back to the line of scrimmage in a best-case scenario.
Looks like they're marking it right at the line. So
it's going to be second down and 10 from the 14-yard line.
Double on the play, recovered by the Wolves. No gain. Second and 10 for the 14.
So here we go. Now the Wolves maybe going to come out in that same play, the traditional wishbone look here. Handoff's going to go to the tailback. That one is number 3, D. Idleman there's carry.
D's one of those guys, he looks for contact. I think if he would have not sought out that contact, he'd have had a wide open field.
He had a lane if he wanted to get it, but still picks up the first down. It's going to bring up a 1st and 10 at the 26 now. Gain about 12 yards on that run.
Gain of 11. And it's enough for Wolves.
So flex bone look this time. Quarterback's in the shotgun. Handoff's going to go underneath to number 30, Brendan Rawls. He's going to pick up some good yardage. And Brendan better get his carries now because as the game advances, if it stays like it's going right now, he's not going to get a whole lot of them.
You're not going to risk injury with the big games coming up. So
again, next week we'll play the number 5 team, and then the very last week. If the teams continue the way they are, we will play another ranked team. So we're heading into the playoffs. So going to have a very exciting end of the season.
Both of them on the road. So.
Both on the road. And the second one is the team that we have not beat previously. So
right.
Handoff's going to go to number 27, Jackson Wright. He's going to pick up a first down. He's still on his feet. 50, 40. He'll be ran out of bounds at about the 37-yard line or 35-yard line, looks like. Nice run that time by Jackson Wright. Tell you what, there was nobody on that second level there either. Good job by the guards up front, just kind of creating some trash there, getting the linebackers out of the play.
First out of bounds at the Commanche 36-yard line. And it's another Wolves first down.
So 1st and 10 for the Wolves. 5:35 to go in the first quarter here. Wishbone look. Quarterback's going to run the option out on the edge. Oh! There, I was going to say that's a late flag. It's either face mask
or horse collar.
Horse collar. Either way.
That was a little bit worse than the face mask against Kirk Cousins and the Vikings last night.
There's a lot of laundry on the field.
There is a lot of laundry.
Personal foul.
The personal foul is going to mark 15 yards on that. And again, that was probably the best defensive play they had ran up to that point, other than the penalty at the end.
I don't know if that was just a design run or if he was, had the option for the pitch
Looked like the pitch guy was open. I think it was a bad read, but he had to make it really quick because that guy, the defender, did crash down. I think if Owens had that one back, he'd probably pitch the ball. I think there was a lane. So ball now at the 22-yard line, just outside the red zone. Owen's going to drop back to pass. Ball's intended for number 6.
Touchdown.
Peyton Stewart, touchdown pass, and there we go. That's still a long pass attempt, but man, it was that was money there.
You know, I don't know. I'm like you, Chad. Great, love the touchdown, absolutely. But man, send that guy soaring across the middle, and there's 10 yards between him and his defender.
Yeah,
because he gave him everything on that side. So.
So Owens to Stewart there on the 22-yard touchdown pass. Here's Pullen's extra point attempt, and it is up, and it is good. It's now 21-0, Wolves leading. So, Bobby, I see you checking some scores out there. Anything of excitement out there right now?
I was kind of looking a little bit, wanted to see maybe some of those teams that we're talking about. Adair in a tight game. I know it's early, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Keys is 1-5 at Adair is 8-7. Adair on top.
Adair had that big game last week too against Colcord. Or was that 2 weeks ago? I think it was last week.
I think it was last week. Yep.
So again, that was kind of the big game in their district. So
6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Holdenville CCS still nothing in that one.
Good game.
Beggs and Colgate 6-0. 9 minutes to go in that first quarter. Beggs on top. Trying to find. And no score on the Vian game, who's ranked number 1 right now currently. So
Beggs Colgate's got an interesting game. I think they both kind of run a similar style of offense. I just think Beggs does it a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Kicking off for the Davis Wolves, number 13, Levi Pullen.
So Pullen's kickoff here. It's going to be fielded at about the 25-yard line at the 20. Met by a host of defenders right there. I think Jackson Wright was the first one in on that play, but you also have Ethan Rushing coming off the bottom of the pile there, and Levi Laxton. So Commanche will have their third offensive series here. Still looking for their first down of the game.
A couple of new guys out there for the linebacker crew. Maverick Alexander, Jackson Wright. Still see Luke Johnson, Brendan Pierce also out there.
See the two sophomores in at corner now, too, for the first time, which is Owens and Baumgartner.
Yep. I always want to call him Roden Gardner.
Roden Gardner?
Rowan Gardner.
Rowan
if you don't get that movie reference, I apologize.
I got you, man. Yeah, I got you. I caught it. It just took me a little bit.
Yeah.
Quarterback's going to drop back to pass. He's looking to get he's just going to tuck it and pick up what he can. Ooh, boy. He got back to the line of scrimmage, but he paid the price. Bring up a second down and maybe a gain of 1, maybe.
Most importantly, though, the clock is moving still.
The clock is moving. I like when they run the ball.
6, Shannon on the carry. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for Commanche. And again, Commanche eating that clock up, which we like to see before they call this play in.
Yep.
From the 31.
Quarterback's going to drop back, looking to throw the ball down the middle. Oh, boy. Boy, he that was scary. I thought that might be a little late, but it was close.
That's one of those, man, in the world of today's football, you got to be careful making those hits in fear of getting that, illustrious targeting call.
Yeah.
When
but
you
able to make through it?
Get through it. Doesn't get the, no call there. When you leave your feet like that,
3rd and 10 now from the 31-yard line.
3rd and 10 for the 31.
So, guys, the defense has played fairly well so far, so let's see if we can get that to continue here. Quarterback's going to keep it on a designated run there, and again, that's going to be no gain on that run. 67, I believe that was Fisher Smith in there to make the play. Actually, a loss of 1. It's going to bring up a 4th and 11 now. And again, they're 3 series in now, and they've got 1 yard of total offense so far.
He is literally 8 yards deep.
Again, short snap. Boy, he usually see him set. So Trey Melton's got a chance to return this.
He has got a lane
45,
and a half over
50.
Here.
We got a flag coming in. 45 and goes out of bounds there at about the 43-yard line. But that flag, I'm pretty sure we're going to see what it is. But I think it's going to be on us here on the return. It's too bad. It was a nice return.
Block in the back. I heard that up here.
I did too.
Indubitably.
Boy, that was quite the word. You're loquacious today.
Illegal block in the back.
You know, I have yet to tell any of the referees that we actually do have a wireless mic up here that works now that they could use.
You should tell them. People would lose their mind if they could actually hear the officials calling the game.
Yeah.
I do it for their own safety.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Wolves. After the penalty, the ball is going to go back to the 28-yard line. So Wolves 1st and 10 at the 28. Quarterback's going to keep here. Nice gain there.
Number 4, that's Owens on the carry.
Owens with the carry there. Gain of about 6-7 yards there on that first down carry. 2nd down and 2, so I guess they're going to give him 8 on that. Boy, it's pretty weather today, guys. It feels football weather. It's nice and cool. It's not cold.
Quite as cold as I would like it, but
wishbone look this time. Quarterback's going to roll out, looking to throw the ball downfield. He's got a little pressure up front. Spins out of it. He's still got his feet, still looking downfield. He's got a guy open. 32, Landon Gibson there with the catch.
Great job by Landon Gibson to see that his quarterback's in trouble, continuing to move, get into open space, extend the play for his quarterback, and get a spot where
we got a flag. We're coming back.
Oh, it is coming back. Yep, I did not see that. So
I got 2 flags. No, just the one. Back it up 10 yards, I believe.
So nice pitch and catch there, but unfortunately this one is going to come back.
And unfortunately, you see a lot of those in those plays that kind of break down and
especially when you roll back to the opposite side. You know, you
put your lineman in, put your lineman in a tough spot.
Cover. So ball's going to be brought back.
Dude, that's going back 15.
Yeah, it is going back 15. I don't know what they called on this, but ball's going to be spotted all the way back at, looks like the 15-yard line.
Man.
It's more than 15 yards.
Golly.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
No, it's 15.
Yeah, it is 15.
Everybody up in the press box trying to figure out what exactly was called.
It's going to be 2nd down and a whole lot at this point. Quick pitch out on the edge there. There's another flag. That's going to be a face mask. Again, I believe that was Jackson Wright carrying.
That was, yeah.
Nice run that time on the quick pitch out on the edge.
We're going to get our 15 back.
Yep. So they got back to about the original line of scrimmage here.
Yep.
Personal foul, face mask.
So we're gonna get the 10 we needed and another 5. So 2:23 to go in the first quarter. Wolves leading 21-0. 1st and 10 here. Ball's going to be spotted at what looks like about the 45-yard line. So the Wolves able to overcome those early penalties they had.
First and 10 was at the 45.
So one receiver to each side here. Broken bone look for the Wolves. Quarterback's going to roll out, looking to throw the ball downfield. He's got some time to throw. Passes behind the intended receiver, the tight end there. Incomplete pass. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 10.
I like the play call, and I like his choice there to throw to Wyatt. Unfortunately, just throw it a little bit behind him, and Wyatt not able to adjust and make that catch. But, I think he right at the first down marker, right where you want to be in that route. So
Is that a train whistle I'm hearing?
That is.
I think so.
Okay.
Second and 10 Wolves for the 45.
So second and 10 from the 45-yard line now for the Wolves. Handoff's going to go back underneath to Rawls. Rawls is going to trying to get outside. He's at the 50, 45, 40,
another holding
35, 30, 25, comes out of bounds about the 20-yard line. There's another flag.
I think it's going to be a holding or a block in the back. I saw a block in the back as well. So,
but this we got to get back playing good football. This series, third penalty of this series so far. So it's going to be a hold here. So got to be mistake free. Again, even when we're rolling, I want to get the mindset that we're still going to play good football. So
a little score update as I have it pulled up here. The Holdenville game is into the second quarter, and Community Christian leading at home 3-0 right now.
Oh, wow.
So second down and 12 after that penalty.
Penalty moves the ball back to the Davis 43, second and 12.
Handoff goes underneath to number 33, Rance Digby. Digby does a nice job kind of hurdling one guy, picks up what he can, comes down at about the 49-yard line, so a gain of about 6. It's going to be a third down and about 6 yards here. Yeah, so CCS, I'm telling you, I think they're a team they're going to be a sneaky team. And again, they're catching Holdenville at the time you want to play them, which is the week before Davis.
Yeah.
Just like they're also catching Davis the week after we play Holdenville. Win or lose, it's a good spot for them. So 3rd and 6 for the Wolves. Handoff is going to go to 28, Creed Rogers, and he's just going to force his way through the first down. Nice job carrying 2 or 3 guys. And again, nice carry there by the freshman. I think that might be Rory Rogers' second favorite football player.
I don't know that he's in the top 5.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
I think he's further down than that.
He's probably further down than that,
Yeah,
I would be able to say. Yeah.
Okay, so 30 seconds here. Looks like we're going to get one more play off here. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. 9-yard run that time. Quarterback's going to roll out, looking to throw the ball downfield. Got another flag. Pass is a little bit high.
Well defended by number 25 for Commanche. Hang on, I'm getting a number. Cooper Dobbins on that defensive play. Good job.
So, blocked below the knee there by the offense. So it's going to move. It's going to move him back again. Chop block that time is going to move him back. 4th penalty of this drive.
I would imagine there's going to be some discussion in about 15 seconds.
Yep. And unfortunately, I think all 4 penalties are on the guys up front. So here we go. First down now and about 20.
We're going to get it in?
I don't think we're going to make it. 3 seconds. Nope, we're not going to get it. So this is going to get us into the end of the first quarter. Wolves leading 21-0.
That is the end of the first quarter.
Sloppy end of the first quarter, guys.
Sloppy third series after after a good couple.
Sloppy fourth series.
Fourth series, yeah, because the first 3 all look good.
But 4 penalties. Man, they got to clean that up. Already a little convos back and forth between the 2 offensive and defensive lines. I'd like to see our guys clean that up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a young wolf here in our community who is fighting her second battle with leukemia. Allison Ibarola is 14 years young and attends Davis Middle School. She is currently at OU Children's Medical Center.
So here we go. Start of the second quarter. Wolves leading 21-0. They're facing a 1st and 24 from the 44-yard line. So we've gained a lot of yardage on this series, but it's because we've had to, because we've probably had probably 40 yards of penalties.
Yeah, 40 yards worth of penalties there. So Quick update on a couple of games. Adair, again, in that big game for the number 2 team. Keys at Adair up 14-8 right now. So that's a big game up there. About 8 minutes to go in that second quarter. Still watching that Holdenville Community Christian. Still looks to be 3-0 there. Beggs up at Colgate, 12-0. And then Vian starting to pull away from Wilburton, 21-0 there.
So here we go, boys. Wolves at the 44-yard line facing a 1st and 24. Wishbone look. Quarterback's going to get under center here. Another low snap. Ball gets on the ground. I don't know. I think. Let's see if we came up with it. I don't know that we did.
I don't think we did.
Kind of bounced out there.
I'm going to say, who is that?
No, we managed to get it.
Boy,
I don't know who that is. Is that number 4?
That was 4.
That's Dax.
Owens.
Dax Owens.
Yeah.
So he was able to dive back on the ball.
And I'll tell you what, I think we got a break there because I think they actually recovered that. They were just wrestling there at the bottom. I think Owens was able to get enough of it that they gave him the opportunity.
Gain of 2 yards to the 46. Brings up second down.
So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 23 after that. We did get 2 yards just from the ball falling forward, but back under center, Wishbone look here. Again, option out on the edge here. Nice play that time. It's going to be Melton. Melton's at the 30, 25. Nice run that time. And again, I don't know what's going on the snap, but we've kind of double clutched those a couple times. So if we get that clean, that might have been a touchdown. Anyway, it works. It was a long run. All the way down to the Commanche 25-yard line, so 1st and 10 for the Wolves.
And it's another Wolves first down.
Again, Wishbone look this time. Handoff goes to 27 Jackson Wright. Wright does a good job of following forward. Pick gets down to about the 15-yard line, 16-yard line, right in that general range. Be short of the first down, but it'll be a 2nd and about 1.
Gain of 9. 2nd and 1 from the 16.
I think halftime we also have the little cheerleaders tonight.
Yeah, little
so
cheer.
I'm sure we'll let everybody stay and watch
that.
some small cheerleaders. So zone read there. Quarterback's going to keep. Does a good job. Keeps his feet.
Touchdown.
Gets in the end zone. Nice run that time. Zone read ate him up on that play. So Dax Owens with about the 16-yard touchdown run. Owens' 2nd touchdown, the first on the ground. The first one was through the air, second one now on the ground. Series that started all the way back at their own 28-yard line. So kick is up and it is good. Wolves now lead 28-0. 10:06 to go in the second quarter.
A 16-yard touchdown run. Quarterback number 4, Dax Owens.
So again, Commanche, they look like they are. I'll tell you what, they don't look as enthusiastic as they were early in the game, and I don't blame them.
No, and especially Davis had a pretty lengthy drive there.
Well, they had a couple opportunities to stop them with behind the sticks,
Not because we should have had a lengthy drive, but because we forced it upon ourselves.
Well, we were our own worst enemy. I think we were better defenders of of ourselves.
And even amidst all of the wrongs that Davis had on their side of the ball that drive, we were still able to go down and put points on the board, and that's got to be demoralizing for the Indians to have that. But
and this week's winner is Gabby Weber. Congratulations, Gabby.
So here we go. Wolves will kick off. Kick's going to hit about the 20-yard line at the 25. Gets up to about the 31-yard line. Commanche will now take over.
Stop made on 21, Ethan Russian.
Comanche's fourth offensive series here.
First and 10, Commanche at the 32.
Again, I want to keep seeing that defense dominate. We got an opportunity here to continue to do that.
Well, and now you're looking at points for seeding for playoffs.
Sure,
is what you're talking about. You want to win, take that first place spot, but at the same time, you got to have in the back of your mind that you got to secure points just in case there's a tie somewhere.
Sure, Dakota Carter at safety, and then you also have Gage Kopenberger out there at safety. So some different kids playing up
Good
front.
Play
that
by
time
DeMoss.
played really well by DeMoss after a short gain. Gain of 1 there.
So just looking around at some different scores for other teams in the area, looking up in 3A. Heritage Hall is in Pauls Valley tonight, and Pauls Valley up 7-6 in that game right now.
Okay. Heritage Hall able to come back and beat Plainview last week in a game that I think Plainview led almost the entire game.
Yeah.
One in overtime, from what I understand, yeah.
Three receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Quarterback's going to roll out, quick pitch or quick speed option. Again, that's going to be a loss of the yard they had.
Stop for the Warriors made by 33, Lance Bigby.
See where they mark this. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. I thought he lost some yardage there, but it's going to bring up a third down and about 8 from the 32-yard line.
And Sulphur and Seminole 0-0 in the first.
Wow.
Third and 9 for the 33.
So here we go, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 from the 32-yard line. Two receivers to each side. Quarterback's looking to throw the ball downfield. Receiver just fell down. Dakota Carter's with the interception at the 40. He's trying to return here. It's going to go down at about the 35-yard line.
Pass is intercepted.
Yeah, there was nobody around that receiver. Now
receiver fell down is what happened.
Yeah, he got bumped at the line. He stumbled past the defender, and then he fell on his own down there.
Yep. So interception, Wolves will take over. Again, Comanche still looking for their first down of the game. 4 yards of total offense.
Well, I told you, Brad, I didn't want to see him go past the 50 in the first half.
Well, you're on your way at this point.
Wolves have a 1st and 10 at the Commanche 34.
Wolves 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line after the interception. Quick pitch out on the edge to Trey Melton. He's got a couple lead backs in front of him. Still on his feet. Gets ran out of bounds at about the, let's see where they marked that, about the 25-yard line.
So Holdenville has taken the lead at Community Christian, 6-3. 8 minutes to go in the second quarter there. So
1st and 10 for the Wolves here.
Gain of 15 yards for Milton.
So 15 yards on that run.
Comanche 19-yard line. And it's another Wolves. First down.
I thought it was the 25, but that's actually the 19 where the Wolves are currently at. Rand Stigby splits out wide. Oh, high snap over the quarterback's head. Quarterback's going to roll around, see what he's going to do. Throws the ball. He's got a guy in the end zone. That's a touchdown if he's had his feet in. Wyatt Fielding on the touchdown catch. Again, high snap. Quarterback's able to recover.
It was a design play.
Yeah.
Snap the ball over their head, let the big guy kind of seep into the back, the end zone, and score the touchdown. So
19-yard touchdown pitch and catch from Dax Owens to Wyatt Fielding. That's Owens' second touchdown pass of the game.
Levi Bullen for the extra point.
Pullen's extra point again.
I'll tell you what, he booted that one.
He hammered that one.
On the catch, number 44, Wyatt Fielding.
So Fielding with the touchdown catch.
Mr. Mapes getting into that
He
call.
liked it. Hey, I bet he didn't get into it any more than Mr. Fielding sitting next to us did.
Mr. Fielding tried to keep his composure over here in the corner.
That's funny.
Hey, we've talked about it before. We may be talking heads, but we're parents before that.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
I think we're all rooting for our kids.
I got told last year by somebody who watched quite often said you can always tell when you go into dad mode. And I was like, what are you talking about? And they were like, when your kid's carrying the ball, you go become silent. And I was like, no way. And I went back and watched a few of them. Man, it's really noticeable.
It is, yeah. Wolves now lead 35-0 with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter.
And kudos to Dax. I mean, he put that ball where only his guy was going to get it.
Yeah, I mean, he threw a target in the back of the end zone.
And he did it on the run.
Yeah.
I mean, he was on, he had rolled out there after the high snap, just trying to avoid the rush. Poland's kick here is going to be a nice kick. That time it's going to hit at about the 20-yard line. He's at the 25-30. Runs out of bounds at about the 33. So Commanche will take over.
Dobbins on the return.
Again, got some other young men out there. So 75, Rhett Dudley, freshman out there at one of the defensive tackles. I think actually he's at nose guard. There we go.
First and 10 for the 33.
Also Max Hammer at outside it, and also Maverick Alexander out the outside linebacker spot.
Gage
Coburn back at
Max
safety.
Hammer over at the other.
Yeah, he's in the corner spot over there.
False start.
Well, I'll tell you what, they better be glad they false started because that quarterback was about to get killed because it was a straight designated run and there were 3 guys waiting on him.
Yeah.
False start's going to move them back.
Make it a first and 15.
28-yard
You just look at
now.
the sidelines and you almost kind of feel bad for Commanche because you know those boys are going to be tired at the end of the halftime from playing so much, where we've got quite a few boys that are going out for the first time tonight, and so they're start playing fresh right now.
Well, and we get the second half, and they're going to be all new for Davis.
So Wolves able to get a bunch of quick pop pass there. Some good positive yardage.
Brendan Pierce with a hit on that.
A little bit of a Tim Tebow jump pass like play.
Yeah.
Yep.
Positive yardage.
Hey, good. Best play of the game so far for Commanche. Gain of about 5 yards on that play.
That's going to be a 10-yard gain.
Oh, it is 10 because they were back 5. That would have been their first down if they didn't have the penalty.
Yep.
Gain of 8 yards.
Ball at the 37-yard line now. 2nd and 5.
2nd and 7.
Another quarterback run here. Brought down by Landon Gibson. Short gain. Gain of maybe 1. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 4.
Every time a band member for Commanche moves their instrument, I see the reflection of it, and I think a flag has gone up in the air every time.
Gain of the yards of the 38.
1 yard gain there. Bring up a 3rd and, like I said, 3rd and 5 here. Got Luke Johnson in at linebacker along with Brendan Pierce. Quick pass out there, incomplete, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Bad thing about that,
Stops the clock. 6:38 to go in the second quarter. Wolves leading 35-0.
Quick on 4th down.
So they're going to pull, again, they've been quick kicking out of this formation, but you could also run a play out of it because you got 2 receivers to each side, and he's going to get rid of the ball.
Oh,
boy,
man.
he did not have much time.
DeMoss almost got a hand on it.
We got a flag that's thrown here late, too, and I don't know what that – I didn't see anything down there. They threw it.
They threw it almost at the returner, but I don't know.
Blocking the back.
Blocking the back again, I guess, on the Wolves. Again, if there's one negative from this first half, it's the penalties.
Penalties, man. We've had 4.
We've had 5, I think, now. I think that's the 5th. We had 4 on that last series.
That's right. And there's just no excuse for that at this point.
Nope.
And we're not talking garden variety penalties. We're talking
the good ones.
Yeah. Well, if you're the other team, they're the good ones. Of course, we've got a couple as well.
It's going to bring the ball all the way back to what looks like about the
I believe. Oh no, okay, never mind.
12-yard line, 13-yard line.
For ticket number 109.
Gage Koppenbarger went into the backfield. I thought he was going to start taking the snaps, but Owens is still out there. So
1st and 10 for the Wolves at the 13-yard line.
6-4-5-4.
They got to go quick here. That clock is already down to 3. Quick pass goes out to Braxton Griffin. He's at the 20. Gets brought out of bounds there. Boy, it makes me nervous. Everybody in here said, "Ooh,"
everybody in here went, of course, you got to jump back in, right? You got to be willing to take the contact. If he starts trying to keep from the contact, that's when you actually put yourself at more risk of getting hurt.
I like the play call, but we got to get rid of the ball quicker because if you don't and they jump the route, that's a pick 6.
Yeah. What do we got going on?
Let's see what we got here.
Not real sure.
Are they going to measure?
They're going to measure it, okay.
So, again, about 9.5 yards there. Yeah, it's going to be about a yard short. So,
second down.
Second down and 1, like I think we all kind of thought was going to be the case.
Refs doing their job. I mean, that's,
It's that was a vital down with 6:23 to go in the second quarter, and score 35-0.
So, second and 1 from the 22, 23-yard line, right in that ballpark. Another completion there for Owens. Owens has thrown the ball well this game.
Second and 1.
Yep, I think we jumped off sides there too. Well, I'll tell you what, last 2 series.
Illegal procedure against the Wolves.
So illegal procedure is going to be, it's going to move us back a few more yards here. Again, got to play with some discipline here, guys.
Here's the thing. We can get away with this tonight.
Yeah, you can't get away with it later on.
We can't get away with it tomorrow. Right. We can't get away with it in the playoffs.
Can't get away with it probably next week.
Yeah.
Or the following week, for that matter. Second and 6 now. Ball at the 18-yard line. Handoff's going to go to number 6, Tate. Boy, I'll tell you what, I think he just outran everybody. Let's see if that guy can catch him. Ran him down, but got him all the way down to the 30-yard line. And again, nice job that time of him gaining some good.
That was Gage Koppenbarger.
That was Koppenbarger. I thought that was Stewart. But
it was Gage Koppenbarger. Good run, Gage.
So Koppenbarger there with a nice run. Ball goes down to the 33-yard line. So able to flip the field on that one run.
Again to the Commanche 33. And it's another Wolves first down.
Quarterback's going to go under center this time. Wishbone look. Quick pitch goes out to number 24, Laxton. Laxton still on his feet at the 10. Brought down at about the 10-yard line. So 23 yards on that run.
Laxton on the carry.
Again, got a bunch of different kids out there right now. Looks like your backfield is Ethan Rushing, Levi Laxton, and I believe the fullback is actually Landon Gibson, if I'm not mistaken. I can't tell.
Rawls.
Lane Rawls. Okay, he is out there.
Lane Rawls?
Brendan.
Brendan. I was like, Lane's out there?
Brendan, yeah, hey, the hammer.
He decided he wanted to come back and play a few
I bet he
snaps.
would if he could.
Yeah.
I think we all probably would.
No.
No?
I hit 55. I'm done.
Yeah, well, that's probably a good idea. And I was going to go to Brendan Rawls.
Nobody.
That's going to be, oh my gosh, that guy tried to tackle him, and I think he regretted that decision. That's going to be a touchdown. 10-yard touchdown run by Brendan Rawls. See, now you almost made me say it.
That's funny.
A 10-yard touchdown run, number 30, Brendan Rawls.
That play started at our own 13-yard line, so all the way down for a touchdown there. 10-yard TD run, 87 yards on that 87 yards on that series. That's Rawls' second touchdown of the game.
The kick is up, and the kick is good.
Levi's extra point is good. It is now 42-0 with 4:35 to go here in the first half. Gentlemen, we better get our roster out because we're going to see a bunch of kids that we don't get to call very often.
So there is no update on the score from Holdenville. That's kind of the game I'm watching. Everything else kind of seems to be playing out like we expect. Number 2.
Coach Vance, we're still looking for the ticket number, that winner, 1096454. 1096454.
Number 2, Adair, still trailing, but they are at halftime.
Yep.
If
Wow.
we do not have one,
That's surprising.
Someone come up to the press box, we will draw another ticket.
Begg starting to pull away from Colgate, 20-0. But that Holdenville Community Christian still 6-3. Says 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, so it probably just hadn't been updated in a little bit.
Yeah.
But love to be on the fly on the wall, watching that game.
Boy, that got weird for a minute.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
On the fly, on the wall. I was like, I don't know how that's possible,
Yeah.
man. That's weird.
Yeah.
Weird football score up in Pauls Valley. Heritage Hall on top of Pauls Valley, 19-15.
That is a weird
okay.
score.
Now for the Davis Wolves, number 13, Levi Pullen.
Okay, Pullen hammered that one. It's going to be hit at about the 5-yard line at the 10. Still on his feet, able to kind of trip the gentleman up there. 28, Creed Rogers there. Got a hand on the foot and brought him down after a short return.
So I can't wait to go back and watch the kickoff with Davis up 42-0 with 4:31 to go in the second quarter.
To see a certain person fall.
Yes.
Somebody fell down?
They did.
They did.
That would be Maverick.
The
I didn't see it. What happened?
The turf monster
The
got
turf
him.
got him. It happens. So Commanche will take over at their own 15-yard line.
At the 15-yard line.
Quarterback's going to drop back, looking to throw the ball downfield. He's going to throw it to the
Cheerleader.
Thought he was going to throw it over the mountain there for a minute.
He
but
threw
he did
that
not.
about 45 yards.
He
because
did.
He
It
threw
was
it from the 40-yard line, but he threw it about 5 yards out of bounds. So
somewhere Uncle Rico is smiling.
Yeah. So Sulphur down 6-0 currently to Seminole.
Hey, there we go.
Okay.
Well, I don't think anybody expected that this evening.
So 2nd and 10 for Commanche at the 15-yard line.
10 for the 15.
Trips to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Quarterback's going to just run the ball there.
Great.
I'll tell you what.
play
Hey,
up
the guys up front have done a good job. We have kind of been eaten up by that at quarterback run game most of the season. They have not let that happen whatsoever tonight.
Well, they've seen it 3 or 4 games in a row now, so kind of watching for it. Some of those, DeMoss did it earlier tonight. I've seen Gibson do it a couple of times, but they kind of hold their blocker, but one arm are able to tackle the ball carrier as well. So getting pretty good at that.
Which they'll tell you, if you can, as your defender, if you can get your arms extended, you can move your offensive lineman trying to block you, whichever way you shuck the block, make the play. That's base D for a defensive lineman. Quick pass goes out, and again, incomplete. Again, gentlemen, we're going to get the ball back again. 3:39 to go in the first half, up 42-0. We're going to get pretty good field position here. So Gage Kopenberger is going to come back to field this punt.
I would love to see him catch it, and I know we're up 42-0, but I'd like to see Gage take it to the house.
Well, I'd like to see him at least get a return attempt here, see what we can do. He's going to drop back to about the 47-yard line. Quick kick there.
Good kick.
Yeah, it is a good kick. Nice roll. Kopenberger's going to let it roll and come to a stop at about the 42-yard line, so Wolves will take over.
But Wolves dead at the 42. Wolves have it first.
So Commanche still looking for their first down of the game. So, and again, I'm not going to do the math here, but I think they've got less than 10 yards of total offense at this point.
Well, I know they had 4, and then they had the one play, had the penalty not offset it a little bit. If they're more than 10, it's not by much.
Yeah. Again, we wanted to see the defense play well tonight, and they've done that.
Well, we got a timeout, Davis.
So timeout, Davis. So with that, we will also take a quick timeout. You're listening to the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. Brad Bentley, Chad Fielding, and Bobby Alexander will be back. They've got a new quarterback. So we're back, guys. So, and I don't know if you heard that, but there's new young man at quarterback. Kopenberger is now at quarterback here. Owens is going to get a breather. Handoff's going to go to I believe that's number 8, Maverick Alexander, if I'm not mistaken. It got real quiet, so I figured that was it.
A little better run that time than the kickoff run attempt a while ago, but good positive yards.
Hey, will you tell him not to step on that woodhead? Woodhead. How about wolfhead? Because we spent a lot of time painting that.
It looks good, Brad.
Thank you. Tell Dusty Parsons and also Jason Digby. They're the ones that really did most of the work.
Dusty Parsons and Jason Digby.
Uh-oh, there we go.
For your hard work on the wolfhead.
You know,
great run by Maverick.
You know, if Maverick keeps going outside, I think he gets more positive yardage. He tried to cut it back inside, but still a good run. 2:52 to go. That clock continues to tick. Ball down to the 31-yard line.
And it's another Wolves first down.
Again, you got a host of new players out there, so all of your front line guys are all new. Matter of fact, I think every starter is new out there currently. And I was going to go to 21, Ethan Rushing. And again, Rushing, if I had criticism for him, I want to see him run over people. You know, I don't want to see him going around people because he's got the strength. I want to see him going over the top of people. Again, he's still figuring that out, but he's going to get there.
Yeah.
Rory Rogers' favorite player, Ethan Rushing.
That is probably accurate.
So a lot of new kids out there. Jordan Stokes, Bryce Tuttle. I'm trying to see who else we see out there. Gabe Bentley. I had to call his name out because I see him out there, receiver there. Quarterback's going to roll out, looking to throw the ball downfield. He's going to be brought down for a sack. Looking for Peyton Westbury down the field there.
I'm sorry. You pointed out Gabe, so I was watching Gabe.
Yeah.
The snap happened, and Gabe was still looking at the referee on
the
far side.
That's awesome.
And it's about 3 seconds of the play going, and he's kind of standing there going, and then he takes
awesome.
off. So
that's great.
You'll have to go back and watch that.
I wondered, because I was like, we should have had more guys in the route tree, and I was wondering why we were one short, so now I know why.
He was looking for the thumbs up from the officials.
There you go. Well, I'm just glad he left before he got the thumbs up. Eventually, you just got to go, right?
Yeah.
Quarterback's going to get under.
Ethan Rushing. Go, Rushing.
Here we go. Good run there. He's at the 30, 25. We got another flag out on the edge.
They're going to throw a flag for a holding on the outside.
And again, that's where I want to see him put that foot in the dirt and get upfield. We got a hold, so this one's going to come back. And again, third consecutive series, we've had at least one penalty, so we got to clean this up. Brendan Pierce also in, so I'm trying to see who else I have not. Pierce at center, DeMoss at tackle. I believe that's, like I said, Westbury at tight end. Let's see who that other guard is on the opposite side there.
Penalty backs it up to the 42. Still third down.
So 22, Philip Faust also in. Quarterback's going to run the option out on the edge to Levi Laxton. Good job I can't even talk. Good job that time by Levi running through some trash and picking up some good positive yardage.
Going to bring up a 4th and I would say about 6 or 7.
Maybe not that. I think you're probably about right.
Let the clock run out. I don't think they're even going to run.
Nope, you're right. We're going to go into halftime. So with that, it looks like it's going to be 42-0 at half for the Wolves. We're going to keep the broadcast here, but we're going to get off the broadcast, and
we'll stay through the band performing this evening, and then as well for the little kid cheer, and then we'll go back to our sponsors before the band comes out. Just want to throw this out there as we kind of get into that end of season playoff look. If you're out there and you like us being able to do this, please keep us in your thoughts when we start talking about paying for those playoff broadcasts. It's going to cost us about $2,000 to go through the extent of the playoffs if we get that far, which I think we think that we all got a really good chance to do. But that does cost us quite a bit. So if you're willing to help us out with that, be sure and reach out to myself or the high school or anybody in the media class. But let's go to the band as they get ready to do their performance for one of the last times this year. So we'll go to them.
Ladies and gentlemen, entering the field from the west sidelines, Davis Schools proudly presents the pride of the Arbuckles, the Davis High School Marching Blues Band. Band director Wade Bickler and drum major Ava Mann. This season's show is a tribute to rock legend and icon Sir Elton John. The pride of the Arbuckles has had a tremendously successful season. This includes high finishes in parade and field competitions, finals at Tiger Palooza, and first ever trip to OBA state championships. Also excellent ratings at regional competitions for the band and flags. Our flag duo of Shaylee Alexander and Jason King received a superior rating at both regional and state competition this week. Drum major, is your band ready? You may take the field. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of the Arbuckles, the Davis High School Marching Blues Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the boom right in the arbuckle, the Davis High School Marching Rose Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Davis High School Wolves cheerleaders this week hosted a cheerleading clinic for elementary cheerleaders. Our Wolves cheerleaders are the future. Our Wolves cheerleaders include sophomore Reese Johnson, juniors Kinley Sun, Jacoby Lenoy, and Allie Hobbs, and our seniors Cassidy Parsons, Adley Bentley, Allison Ward, Caden Buckaloo, Shelby Mooring, Hunter Smith, Riley Eves, Addison Ryan, and Gabby Weber. 19 football donated by P&M Wrecker here in Davis.
All right, we're back, guys. 55 seconds ago. We just got done watching the little cheerleaders go at halftime there. So Brad Bentley, Bobby Alexander, Chad Fielding is MIA. I think he went to the. I think he's in the injury tent currently.
I do think I don't blame him for going out to. He's got some family that flew in from Prague, not Prague, Oklahoma, Prague.
That's right.
So made the trip from many hours away. So he is.
We're going to let him sit in the stands today.
He's sitting with them out there, but we're going to get ready for the second half. Brad, I can tell you from my perspective what I want to see in the first half. I mean, it's 42-0. I think overall we played well, except for one thing, and that's the mental mistakes.
Yep.
I think we can all acknowledge that. We had that one drive that had 4 penalties on that one drive alone. I think we finished the first half with 7. So I definitely want to see us, negate that in the second half, but
Kickoff's going to be fielded at the 20, 25. It's going to run out of bounds there at about the, let's see where they mark it, about 30-yard line.
Look like 24 Levi Laxton on that, kind of forcing him out of bounds.
So it looks like we're going to have some different kids in. We're going to come out with that group we saw right before halftime.
Right.
Again, just trying to get everybody's numbers here. So you got Grayson Bumgardner, you got Tayton Stewart, Rhett Dudley, Ethan Rushing, Jesse DeMoss.
Is that DeMoss on the front? I
think that's him at. I thought that was him at nose guard, but I may be
wrong.
No,
that's Rhett Dudley at
oh,
nose
it is.
guard.
Okay, yeah. We'll see who that is here in a second at that other defensive tackle spot.
I believe it's Peyton Westbury.
It is Westbury. You are correct. Quarterback's going to keep their gain of about 2 on that run. Also, you got Levi Laxton out there. You have Maverick Alexander out there. You have Brendan Pierce, Gage Kopenberger.
28, Creed Rogers.
Playing
in the back.
Gain of 3. Second and 7 for the 33.
We got 80 out there. I don't know who 80 is. That's what I was trying to figure out earlier.
Oh, you had me looking at their roster.
That'll do it. Quick pass there is complete, and I'll tell you what, that's going to be a first down right there. So Commanche able to get their first down of the game there. 80 is Jeremiah Jones. Yeah, that's who I was thinking it was, and I just didn't want to call that young man the wrong number. Jones, that outside linebacker there.
Kudos to Rory Rogers, the better Rogers.
That's right, the better Rogers. Actually, Ryan Griffin, the better Griffin is what he's saying over there.
I don't know about that, but,
one of them.
The best Griffin is actually sitting right back here.
Yeah, I got you. It is. Yeah, that's probably
he's
true.
running the whole show as a 7th grader
There
tonight,
you go. I like it.
First and 10 for the 41.
I think they're going to call a false start there.
So I don't know about doing nothing, but Ryan, he does have a couple really good skills. One of them is eating donuts, and the other is eating pizza. Those two things right there, Mr. Griffin does very, very well. Also, being injured, he does that very well.
He does that very well, yeah. Was a wrestler last year. I don't believe he's wrestling this year.
Probably a good idea. So here we go. Commanche, 1st and 15 after that penalty. Wolves leading 42-0. Quarterback's going to drop back, looking to throw the ball downfield. Hey, nice completion there. Again, another first down.
That's actually just going to be a second now. They had the penalty that pushed them back.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the stakes wrong.
Yep.
Hey, let me put my glasses on about right now, right? I thought you were reaching for them, like to put them on me, but you were just reaching for your phone.
I was getting my phone. Okay. Trying to keep up with some scores. Holdenville Community Christian still not knotted up anymore. It's 6-3. Holdenville on top in the third quarter. Kind of setting up for that big game next week.
Went into half 6-3 too, so pretty good game there. So 2nd and 8 now for Commanche from the 43-yard line. Quarterback's going to drop back, looking to throw. Tell you what, they're lucky they didn't have a hold up front. And again, I don't think the official wants to call it. He just wants that clock to keep rolling.
Yeah.
Incomplete pass is going to stop the.
I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was going to stop the clock, but apparently the clock is going to keep going. we probably have a running clock in the second half, I would assume, and I think everybody probably agree with that. So 3rd and 8 now from the 43-yard line.
I think Commanche is preferring that running clock.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Quarterback's going to keep that on designated run that time. Played well by the defense again. You know, the one thing we've done really well this game is we figured that quarterback run game out today. 1 yard run's going to bring up a 4th down and about 7.
I do believe that was Maverick on the tackle there.
There you go. It got quiet, so I figured it was.
Yeah. I'd never noticed that until a guy pointed it out to me, and I was like, no way.
So,
sure enough.
Wolves are going to drop Kopenberger back late here. He's just going to let this ball hit and roll, so it's going to come down a nice job. Coffin cornered that, didn't he?
Stayed in bounds, which was impressive. Stopped at about the 12-yard line, looks like.
So 12-yard. Wolves will take over at their own 12 after that Commanche series.
At the 14-yard line.
Maybe it looks like they're going to spot that at the 14-yard line. So, again, I can't even talk today, guys. I don't know what the heck. I mean, even less than usual. But so Gage will be the quarterback here. Owens' day, I think, is done unless he might get in a couple times at corner, and I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think they're going to risk it.
Yeah, I don't foresee that happening. You're up 42-0. You got a big game next week. I think that'll be the end of his day.
So, again, wishbone look this time. Handoff's going to go to the running back. Hey, nice job up front, kind of moving the pile there. So 1st and 10. That can't be 1st and 10. It's 2nd and how about 2nd about 3?
Yeah.
I like 1st and 10 better, but yeah, it's close. All right, I'm going to have to get the if we're going to make it through the second half, I'm going to have to get some scores out here.
Yeah, we're going to have to start watching some scores. Most everything's pretty par for the course. I know there was, close game up there in Pauls Valley. I haven't looked at it in a little bit.
Quick pitch out on the edge there to Rushing. Rushing is picks up the 1st down there, and again, I want to see him lower that shoulder, and run through those arm tackles.
I feel like our camera operator ought to be able to have a conversation there. Say, hey, you got to go through those guys.
Be like, you're too big for those guys to tackle you.
Yep.
Don't let them do it.
Yeah, she'd probably be the only one he'll listen to. So,
and then she probably, she could probably show him. She'd be like, hey, just
shoot her up and let's go.
And then, I'm afraid he might take the worst of that though if that happened. So 1st and 10 for the Wolves.
9 yards for rushing.
So Ethan, one of my favorite younger guys. I got to coach him when he was little bitty, so I've enjoyed watching him kind of grow up around Gabe's group there.
A little bit of a bad snap there. A ball had to be picked up off the ground, handed to Maverick a little late, and was able to pick up a few yards, but definitely want to see those low snaps cleaned up. I know this is the second group, but you still want to see those things, cleaned up for across the board. So.
2nd and 6 now. Flexbone look this time. Handoff goes to the up back. I think that was Maverick right there with the carry.
Alexander.
Gain of about 2 on that run. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 3.
I do see number 14, Gabe Bentley, heading down the field.
He's been in there a couple times. I watched him. I watched him a few plays ago just to see if he went with the snap, and this time he did.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, he's making progress. So here we go. Flexbone look this time. Handoff's going to go to Laxton. Laxton's going to get out on the edge there. Well, I'll tell you what, short gain there is going to bring up a 4th down, and we're going to see the Wolves punt for the first time today. So let me pull up some scores here while we're waiting for the punt team to get on the field.
4th and 2.
Adair now pulling away from Keys, 24-14. Looks like number 6, Tayton Stewart, back to punt the ball.
You know, he hammered it last week.
Yeah,
and
another
again,
good
another
punt.
good punt. I'll tell you what, he's got a great leg on him. It's going to be fielded down there by number 5, Copenberger. Oh, we do have a flag there that came out late. So we're going to see what that is. But
Down to the Commanche 29.
so other scores here, Holdenville Community Christian still showing 6-3 in the third.
Man, that's the one I'm kind of really watching more than anything else.
So if you want a score that kind of surprises me, how about Dibble and Tishomingo tied 8-8?
Tishomingo trying to get that first win of the season. You know, always want those guys. I believe that's their senior night tonight at home. So, you know, shout out to those boys. Fought hard all year long. Now getting a chance to play for a win tonight here on their senior night. So
it looks like the penalty is going to be marked off against Commanche. So it's going to, Commanche will keep the ball, but they're going to have a first down, and it looks like it's going to be moved back to the 19-yard line. So Commanche 1st and 10 at the 19.
Sulphur now pulling away from Seminole 28-6.
There was a penalty on the play. Block in the back.
I thought Sulphur would be too, they're too good to stay down for a long time against Seminole. Not that Seminole's a bad team. I've been really little reverse action pass, looking to throw the ball downfield. Good job by the defense of staying home, able to pick up a first down on that completion. But again, double reverse pass, trying to throw the ball, home run ball downfield. No, Wolves played it pretty well. And it's a bunch of kids that you wouldn't be out there that on defense probably haven't seen that before. So that was played pretty well by the defense. Again, good news is that third quarter went quick, Bobby. We got about a minute and a half left in the third. Still 42-0 Wolves.
First and 10, Commanche at the 36.
Quarterback's going to run the speed option, get out on the edge. Ooh, late pitch, but able to get it. Ball's on the ground. Let's see who ended up with it.
I believe the Wolves came up with that.
We're going to see. Couple guys were wrestling for it there. Again, much like that earlier where you had one from each team kind of wrestling for it, they gave it to the offense.
Yeah, they're going to say that Commanche came up with the ball.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's going to be it's kind of like that play earlier. I think Wolves probably came up with that. But, again, good job by them of jumping on it and kind of retaining possession. So 1st and 10 now at midfield.
Their biggest play of the evening, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That pass play previously was pretty good size, too. So
quarterback's going to roll out on the speed option. Speed option, again, got a little something going there on the speed option. Pick up about, let's see where they marked that. Pick up about 7 on that. So again, I think that's going to bring the end of the third quarter. These last 6 seconds are going to click off, and we are going to be 42-0 going into the fourth. Let's take a quick break. You're listening to Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. Bobby Alexander and Brad Bentley. Chad Fielding in the injury tent. We'll be back.
we're back, ladies and gentlemen. The Wolves take the field on defense, 2nd and short for the Comanche Indians.
So we were looking at some of the other scores, and again, these aren't necessarily in our class, but some that caught our attention. One of them was the Wynnewood score. So Wynnewood is looking to move to 6-1. They're beating Frederick 27-0. So again, they're all over Frederick. Quick pop pass there, and again, played fairly well by the defense. So the other one that is kind of interesting is Stratford is trailing Walters 21-13. But the surprising thing for me, at least, is Walters is up to number 5 in Class A. So Walters is one of those teams we scrimmaged earlier in the year, and we were impressed with them. But I'm a little surprised to see them that high. But they're all the way up to 5.
To me, I just think it speaks to what, we had a treacherous row of non-district games, and now you look at some of the teams we scrimmaged, they're way better than we thought they were. So
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Quick pitch goes out on the edge there. Tackled. Let's see who that is in the coverage there. Max Hammer makes the play there. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and about 7.
Gain of 3 yards on the completion to the 30. Tackle made by 2, Max Hammer. Second and 7 from the 30.
Quarterback's going to roll out on designated run. Pitch goes out. Tackles made there by a host of
that was a real defenders. Late pitch, and man, I almost thought Creed Rogers was going to be right there at the pitch, and unfortunately, he just quarterback kind of squeezed it by him right before Creed got there. But man, Creed would have been on a full dead sprint all the way to the end zone.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 2 for Commanche. Commanche trying to get on the board here.
From the 25.
Quarterback's looking to keep there. Oh, played well by the defense that time. He's going to be short. I don't know if he even got back to the line of scrimmage. Rushing in there, made a nice play. Just dropped him there for a loss. And it's going to bring up another 4th and 2 now. So I'm kind of expecting that speed option again out on the edge.
That's what seemed to have worked in the last few plays for him. And late pitches at that, for the most part, really making the linebacker or the defensive end, whoever's in front of him, commit before he actually makes that pitch.
So here we go, and just on there it is. Problem is our corner. Oh my gosh, he just got hammered on the sideline. Wow.
Number 4, Dodd on the carry.
I don't know who laid that hit, but
that was Ethan Rushing.
Was it Ethan?
Yeah.
Hey, we wanted him to lay the hammer. He did there.
Wow. We wanted him to hit somebody, and he did
that.
That.
That happened. So 1st and 10 now for Commanche at the 12-yard line. Again, they played the quarterback well. We just had nobody on the pitch guy there. Corner, that was the corner's guy to come up and catch, and he didn't do it. Outside linebacker was kind of lost on that one, or we didn't see him in that play.
1st and 10 from the 12.
So I think you're about to see the same play except to the right this time, and there it is. That time played very well.
Great job by Creed Rogers
there.
Really blew past the line and really didn't give the chance for the play to develop for him to even try to make a pitch.
Pitch guy was also covered there, so that's the way we want to play the speed option, is if they make them make a play and then have a guy on both offensive players, and we did that time. Bring up a 2nd down, and again, lost there about 7 yards on that. It's going to bring a 2nd and 17 now. Quarterback's looking to throw the ball downfield. Flushed out by Rushing. Intended for the receiver in the end zone. Good job that time putting pressure by Ethan up front. Had to get rid of the ball quicker than he wanted to. And, again, ball's underthrown. And it's incomplete. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 17.
I was thinking 3rd and goal, but they've got
they can't get a first down.
They can't get a first down about the 1 yard line, maybe 1 foot line.
Quarterback's going to drop back, looking to pass it. Some pressure again. Oh, nice catch that time. He's going to get in the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown by Commanche there. Again, had a little pressure up front there, able to get the ball away. Hit the receiver out of the backfield, crossing there in the middle for a touchdown. Commanche is on the board.
Head referee signaling, just run the clock, let it keep going. So. Not something you see every the lefty kicker here.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Kick is up, and the kick is good. It's now 42-7. A little over 6 minutes to go in this ball game. So, Bobby, this one's going to be a tough one. Who's going to be your player of the game?
Oh, man, it's going to be hard to really pick on
this one. I can't even remember. So, I say that. I think I have somebody in mind for this one.
Do you?
Yeah, it's hard, but I do have somebody in mind.
Okay. Man, give me 1 second. I'm trying to update the score on Squirtle here. Oh, man. Nope, that's the wrong one.
As long as you give the right team the right amount of points.
Right. Okay. Oh, man. That is a tough one. Man.
You want me to go so you can just piggyback off or whatever I
No,
tell
go
you?
ahead. I'm going to let you go ahead,
kidding.
and I will try not to piggyback off of yours.
Okay, so mine's pretty easy. And, again, it's just based off the first half. But quarterback Dax Owens, 2 touchdown passes. Again, had another one on the ground, and then he really threw the ball very effectively. I'm going to go with Dax Owens for player of the game.
Okay, so I like that one. Had a great game, obviously. Like you said, a few touchdowns, a couple of them on the ground, a couple of them in the air. So great first half by Dax. It didn't even touch the field in the second half.
Nope.
So
he got it pulled before halftime just because we were so far ahead.
And so I like that. I'm going to give an honorable mention, though, to Gage Kopenbarger. I think he come out and really that one big play, he had that run. He busted down the sidelines, really kind of dusted people. Good to see him back out there. And another honorable mention, Braxton Griffin. Good to see him back out on the field and making had a couple of good runs, or good receptions. Then you could take a few other players had good first half. So, but yeah.
So that was 34 on that return. 30.
Evan Calhoun. Okay.
I almost said Ethan.
Yeah.
I don't know who Ethan, or if Ethan is really a name, but how about Evan Calhoun?
Evan Calhoun on that return. Good job.
So it's going to put the Wolves on the Commanche side of the field. Again, that clock's continuing to run. It hadn't stopped here in the second half. 3:51 to go. Wolves leading 42-7.
Looks like Braxton Thompson out to take the snaps now.
Well, I think we jumped there, but we did not get it called. Nice run that time. Ball carrier that time was number 20. Is that 29? So again, Wolves are gonna join up here. They're gonna meet across the middle again.
29, Gage Adams on the carry.
Gage
Adams. There we go. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Mapes, for helping us out there.
We needed some help there. So again, we were waiting for this last 3:22 to click off the clock here. Wolves next week, again, will be at Holdenville. You can join us here online. We'd love to see you there, but if you're unable to attend, last time we had a broadcast from Holdenville, it seemed like we were in kind of an odd spot, if you remember correctly.
We were at the top of the stands. We'll probably be there again this week.
Yep. So we will apologize ahead of time if it's not the greatest broadcast, because we will be doing it from the stands.
Yep.
And again, it's a big one, so I'm sure we'll have a lot of people participating.
But I do want to say we've been able to do some great broadcasts, maybe from awkward camera angles, but all these broadcasts have been great thanks to the help from Superintendent Miss Gilbert. She's done a phenomenal job helping us out and making sure that we have everything we need. So thank you to her and the administration for making sure that happens.
It's 1st and 10 now after that run. Maverick Alexander on the carry. So another first down, Wolves. If you'll notice, Jeff Mapes has stopped saying first down, Wolves, just 'cause I think he's tired out. He's called so many. 34 Gage Adams there on the carry.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there again. We thank every one of our sponsors for making this possible for us to do this. We could not do it without each and every one of you. We're going to jump off the air pretty quick as this game ends, just because, like we said earlier in the game, the three of us doing this, we are talking heads, but we all have players on the field that are seniors tonight. So
we will see you guys next week.
Yep.
From Holdenville, Oklahoma. Look at this. Chad Fielding, he's out of the injury tent. He's back. So here we go. Maverick Alexander on the carry. So, Chad, you were off earlier when we said our player of the game. Do you have one you would like to throw out there?
Yeah, I do. I think I'd have to go with Dax Owens tonight for player of the game.
There you go.
Yeah,
so you were listening, obviously.
No,
That's what
I didn't hear a thing. He had a great night. Threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for one.
Yep.
He had a good night. The whole offense had a good night, but, yeah, Dax would be my player of the game.
Yep. So there we go. Minute 35 to go. Wolves are going to move into the wishbone look. Handoff is going to go to Gage Adams again.
34, Evan Calhoun on the carry.
Oh, Evan Calhoun. I think I've called him Gage Adams a couple times.
Yeah,
Evan Calhoun has had 3 carries.
He's had 3 carries now and done well at it. So shout out to Evan.
To the 15.
So here we go. Looks like maybe we're going to get one more playoff here. Maybe.
Honorable mention have to be the defensive squad for
the whole
Davis
defense,
in the first half.
Yep, I agree.
Did not allow Commanche past the 50-yard line in the first half.
So here we go. Maverick Alexander on the carry there.
Number 8, Maverick Alexander.
Going to have to run one more play, I believe.
Yep, looks like it. Ball's going to be spotted at about the 12-yard line.
To the 11-yard line.
Well, no, we are not going to run another play. They just reset the play clock, and it is directly about half a second underneath. So that should be it.
So that should be it, guys. So big one next week. Holdenville, Oklahoma. Number 4 versus number 5 if the ratings stay the same.
Yeah, and it will be pretty much based on what's going on in Holdenville right now, potentially for the district title.
Championship, yep.
So a big game next week. If you can't make it to Holdenville, be sure and check us out on Wolf Media The Howl. We'll hope to see you guys then. We'll see y'all there.
See you
Go
guys
Wolves.
there.